everyone, Big Game Al here, back again with another collection video. If you haven't noticed it by the title and the thumbnail, I'm sure that empty shelf there will tell you that this is my Game Boy collection. Well, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color. Not including the Pokemon games. I want to do the Pokemon games in a separate video, so there's no boxed Pokemon games here. I've got a few, there's 3 loose Pokemon games, which 2 of them will be upgraded to boxes. 1 of them doesn't even have a box, so that won't be. These fake Pokemon games. But yeah, this is not the Pokemon games. But before we get on to the actual games, I want to show you a couple of bits. So, we all get our Game Boy games, and we want to play them. How do we play them? So first of all, I've got the Super Game Boy. So you slot your game in there and play it on the Super Nintendo. So yeah, didn't think about where I'm going to put this. I'll chuck it down there. Next time I won't be chucking. So, what else have we got? It's not only saying it can play Game Boy games, it can play Game Boy Advance as well. We've got the Game Boy player for the GameCube. So yeah, we can play it on the Super Nintendo. We can now play it on the GameCube as well. A lovely boxed one. Everything is in there, all the manuals, a lot. So yeah, we can play it on the GameCube. Now what else have we got? You may ask. From good old Liam at Hidden Chest Gaming, we picked up this fantastic thing. You see myself in it, and the Game Boy again. Look at that, it's just many times, many Game Boys. And what's so good about this one, you may ask? Well, it's been upgraded. Better sound, better picture quality, everything. The whole lot has been upgraded on it, and he done me a great deal on this. So yeah, fantastic little pick up that. But it don't end there. One last thing. Had to show this. I got this from my good friend Kevin Walford123. He custom made this for me. It is Pokemon Game Boy Advanced. If I can find the thing. Listen to that sound. Look at that colour. So yeah, lovely modded system. Completely clear and see-through. You would have seen this on one of my pickups videos. But yeah, it's chargeable on there rather than having a battery. So yeah, fantastic. Fantastic system that. Very good for playing Pokemon games. Right, now, let's get on to the games. I've got 8 Game Boy Advance games, including one of them is boxed. Although technically it should only be 7 because one of them was given to me in that and is a fake. But I'm going to add it to the collection because it's not the only fake game I've got here. We've also got 21 Game Boy Color games. We've got 3 Game Boy Japanese games, gifted to us by Retro Ed. And 40 Game Boy games. So this is going to be a pretty long video. Sit back and relax and enjoy and all that. So where do we begin? Let's start with a fake Game Boy Advance game. So this was given to me as part of that with Kevin Walford because he basically just wanted a game to test it on. So it's Zelda, or The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. A nice fake Game Boy version. Game Boy Advanced. So yeah, the rest of these will be in alphabetical order after these first 2. So the second game I'm going to show you is the only boxed Game Boy Advance game I own that is not Pokemon. It's the only boxed Game Boy of any kind game I've got what ain't Pokemon. It is Spider-Man 2 for the Game Boy Advanced. Yeah. Not played it yet, don't know if it's any good. But yeah, we've got it. Right, let's get on to the Game Boy games. What have we got? So first up we have got Fire Pro Wrestling, Game Boy Advanced. We've got Crazy Racers, which is apparently meant to be a little Mario Kart clone, meant to be quite good. I've not actually played it yet, so I need to give that a go. Talking of Mario Kart, we've got Mario Kart Super Circuit. Then we've got the Pac-Man Collection. A nice little shooter here. Get the name completely wrong. I think it's Phalanx. Come on, my face that actually focuses on it. I'm sure people have played it, Phalanx. And the last one I've got is Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine. I must have picked that up from like a car boot or something at some point. So that is my 8 Game Boy Advance games. We are now going to move on to my 21 Game Boy Color games. So first up we have got the ones that are just on the black cartridges, not the full-on bit sticking out the top and all that. First up we have got Mortal Kombat 4. Need to like try and figure out how to do this so it focuses. Got EA Sports NHL 2000. The first of the 3 Pokemon games. Pokemon trading card game. This one was literally £1, so I picked it up and not even played it yet. I think it's on the PlayStation 1 as well. I know for sure. It's Ronaldo v Football. And the last one of these ones anyway is Rugrats Time Travelers. I had to read that. It's so small. Couldn't read what it was. Rugrats Time Travelers, right. Now we have got the other Game Boy Color ones. The ones that you all recognise more. And I've got to try and drag them in because obviously they don't stand up on the top of each other. So this is where we lose them all. And I'm just going to have to find somewhere to chuck them. Right, so in alphabetical order we have got Bob the Builder. Fix It Fun. I don't know why I've got this, you're probably going to laugh, but I've got Diva Stars. I've not actually played it, I don't know if it's any good. We've got Micro Machines 1 and 2. Twin Turbo. 2 games in one there. We've got Pokemon Crystal, which is now the last Pokemon game of the actual Pokemon series that I need to get boxed for any Game Boy system. Yeah, I need to get that one boxed. We've got Power Rangers. Can't even read what that says. Something Rescue. God, my eyesight is terrible. Light something rescue. Light Speed Rescue, I think it says. Light Speed Rescue, there you go. Got good old Robot Wars, which is always a fun game on the PlayStation 2, so if this is just as good, it'd be fantastic. We have got... Could make these a little bit better. Got Shrek Fairy Town Freakdown. Fairy Tale Freakdown, whatever that is. Fantastic. This one's meant to be quite fun. We have got The Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors. Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror. There you go. Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror. Oof. One I've recently picked up, not played it yet, is Swiv. Fantastic little shooter. We've got Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds I'll go. Just for us, we've got a Tom and Jerry game for him. So this one is Tom and Jerry in Mass Attacks. Yep. Good old Mass Attacks. We're nearly there on the Game Boy colours. We're not going back in the right order. We've got Tonka Raceway. So if you remember the old Tonka toys, they made a racing game. We've got kind of cartoony horror. Toonsylvania. Something like that. Toonsylvania. Can't pronounce it. Another racing one. Toy Story Racer. Again, don't know if it's any good. And 2 more to go of the Game Boy Colors. We have got Tweety's High Flying Adventure. Tweety's High Flying Adventure. I believe it's a little platform game. It's meant to be quite fun. Then we have got, I picked this up when I went down to Leon C with Rob, down to the Retro Hunter. It's WWF Betrayal. I picked this up while I was with him because I watched him play this nice little wrestling side-scrolling beat-em-up game. Right, now on to the 3 games that Retro Ed gave me for the Japanese Game Boy. And they're 3 absolutely fantastic titles. So first up we have got from Hudson Soft, we've got Bomberman. Then we've got Kirby. And last up we have got Castlevania. I still need to pick up the English Castlevania games. I think someone's even wrote on the back of that. Look, there you go. Must say Castlevania on the back as well. But yeah, so that is the 3 Japanese Game Boy games. Now we are moving on to the Game Boy original ones. So these are just the basic Game Boy. Some of these are American ones, but we'll play on the UK version, the UK Game Boys. But first up is not a American one. This is Alleyways. I had this as a kid. This was absolutely fantastic fun. Playing as that little platform, knocking the ball up, trying to destroy all the blocks. It was really fun. First American game we have got is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It's actually Bill and Ted's Excellent Game Boy Adventure. Oh, Game Boy Adventure, there you go. See that and I was like, I need to get that. We've got one I trolled Martin with, the Geek Master, the Blues Brothers. One I'm going to smash Sean's high score on. Bomb Jacks, just picked that up recently. It's one of my more expensive Game Boy loose cart titles. We've got Chop Lifter 2. Not played it yet, but I've seen footage of it. It looks really fun. Got a little, I think this is a shooter. You wouldn't believe it from looking at it, but this is actually a shooter. It's from the US of A. It's Crystal Quest. I picked it up because I thought it was like a puzzle game. Now I looked up some footage on YouTube and it was actually a shooter. Next up we have got Donkey Kong. Fantastic game next if you haven't got this or played it. It's not bad on the NES, they've re-released it on the PS3. And it is on the Xbox 360, but I believe it's America only. And that is DuckTales. Fantastic music on this as well. Do 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 do. Yep, bit of DuckTales. And we got F1 Pole Position. And the last one of this pile of 10 is the Frigits, which I believe is a little platform game. Plays like some mouse characters. Whether they are, looks like a bit of a rip off of Pinky and the Brain. Yeah. Right, on to the next pile. So the first one is a Arcade Classics 3, which should have been an A, but for some reason I've put it here because I read the title of the first game, which is Galaga. Galaga and Galaxian. Galaga and Galaxian, there you go. So I didn't actually read that top bit, so that should have been under A. Next we have got a game what messed me up when I played the quiz. Because, yeah, I thought it was called something else, but no. It is literally just golf. I thought it was like Mario Golf, but it weren't. One I picked up just on the road trip, another shooter type game from America. It is Go Go Tank. I mean, I could be showing you any games, you can't read these titles. Yeah. Next up we have got Home Alone. I was making sure it weren't actually any other title underneath, but no, that just says the year it was made. This is also the American version. So this did come out in the UK, so I might have to upgrade it to a PAL version at some point. We've got a game. I bought this ages ago because I wanted to play it. It looked really fun, and I've not played it yet. It's The Humans. So yeah, need to give that a go. One I picked up recently is the Incredible Crash Dummies, which I keep calling Crash Test Dummies because that's what I remember them as. But no, they are just the Incredible Dummies. Incredible Crash Dummies. Get it right. This one I've got at the London Gaming Market. Again, I was standing with Martin, looked at some gameplay, and we were both laughing because his attack is like, he leans back and a fist comes out of his stomach and attacks people. A bit like the old Chuck Norris one where they say he ain't got a chin, he's just got a third fist. Yeah, this is Jelly Boy. It's like a really fun little platform game. I need to play it because I watched a good 10 minutes of footage and it was hilarious. Right, next up we have got, in the wrong order, Kirby's Dream Land. So yeah, another one, little adventure game, little platforming game. And this one's kind of platforming, but in a different way. It's Kirby's Pinball Land. So you're the pinball. I suppose it could be kind of platforming, but no. I played it a long time ago. I just remember him having to get in the thing and he gets fired out at different enemies. It's quite funny. A little strategy game which I absolutely love. Lemmings. Who don't love Lemmings? Lemmings is fantastic. Do 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 do. Everyone remembers that. Great tune. Alright, halfway through. This video ain't going to be as long as I thought. It's probably going to be about 25 minutes. We've got Mario and Yoshi. Yeah, Mario and Yoshi game. Right, so this one was a bit of a weird one. This is like a rhythm platforming game. I know Ross said he either had it or wanted it, I can't remember now. But yeah, it's Monster Max. Little Monster Max, yeah, a little bit of fun there. Right, we've got, is this American as well? I don't even know where this is from. F-A-H, whatever that is. I don't know. But it's Nemesis, another shooter. Good old Nemesis. Right, this one is definitely an American one, you won't find this over here. It's an NFL game. It's play action football. Russ will be interested in this. It's only like £1. It might mean 50p, I can't remember now. So, this is the funny Pokemon game. So I picked this up on the road trip we did last year. I picked this up from a shop in Swindon. And yeah, it's Pokemon Christmas in this lovely green cartridge. So it's quite a funny game. It's basically just gold and silver, but turned into Christmas. Right, next up we've got a nice little platform game again. We've got Popeye 2. I bought this because I wanted it. I remembered it was good. We've got another one here. We've got Snake, Rattle and Roll. No, this one ain't. I'll take that back. It's not. It's Sneaky Snakes. I don't actually know what this is. I think this was in my local CEX really cheap. When I went through there, I was just like digging through the games. So they have like a little box behind the counter of all the loose carts. So I asked him for it and he brought it out and I was looking through and I was like, oh, I've not seen that one before. And it was only like a couple of quid. So I picked that up and still not played it. Alright, next we have got Snoopy's Magic Show. Because just having Snoopy on his own weren't enough. He needed to put on a magic show for you all. Alright, then we have got another shooter. Solar Strike. can assure you it's called Solar Strike. It's not a bad game. One I picked up recently because I had it in my childhood, and I still need to put it on and play it. In fact, I'm going to leave it to the side and play it after I've done this video. And that's Solomon's Club. Solomon's Club, there you go. Go and rescue all them little fairy things as your little elf guy here. Little flying elf guy looking thing. Right, we are on to the last pile. Definitely not doing bad for time. Not bad at all. Right, so this one is this one is French, definitely. So that F-A-H is French. And this is Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. But Star Wars, L'Empire, Contre Attaque. There you go, whatever that says. Someone will correct me. But yeah, hopefully the game plays in English. I've not tried it yet. Alright, got some classics here. Everyone must own a copy of Super Mario Land. I don't know why I ain't focusing, but yeah, Super Mario Land. And it don't just stop there, you need Super Mario Land 2 as well. There you go. Bit of Super Mario for you all. And then probably one of the biggest selling Game Boy games, if not the biggest, is Tetris. I think everybody owned a copy of this back in the 90s. I don't know anyone who didn't own Tetris. It was like one of the most common games you've ever seen in your life. Everybody had it. Right, next we have got fantastic platformer again, brilliant on the Mega Drive. Toy Story. Yeah, good old Toy Story. Everyone loves Toy Story. Right, got a couple of Turtles games here. First up we have got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Fall of the Foot Soldier, which I picked, Fall of the Foot Clan, shall I say? Fall of the Foot Clan. What everyone would have seen me pick up the other day in my last pickups video. And then the most expensive loose cart I own. Quite hard to find, but we actually have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Radical Rescue. So yeah, this one's quite a tricky one to come by, especially to get it cheap. So I managed to pick this up when I was on the old Southern Road trip as well last year. 3 more to go and then we're done. We've got Wario Blast. It's a bit like Bomberman but with Wario. And then another Super Mario style ripoff. We've got Wario Land 2. So yeah, looks fun, old Wario, don't he? He's always an happy chappy. And the last one, saving one of the best for last. Good old Wave Race. Everyone needs Wave Race in their life. Good old Wave Race. Do like me racing games, and especially when you're on jet skis. So yeah, that is my 72 games in total I have for the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color and Game Boy from all regions. And my little accessories, I mean especially the old Pokemon one. It's been a while since I used this, but you can actually press the select button. You either hold it or press it, I can't remember now. It changes colour. Or was it one of these bumpers? Kev, you're going to have to tell me how to do it again. I forgot how to get the lights on. It does light up somehow. That turns that light now. Yeah, I forgot how to do it. You have to hold select as you turn it. Oh, there you go. You hold select as you turn it on, and it lights up. I knew it was somewhere. So yeah, fantastic little machine. Don't worry, Kev, I figured it out. Don't have to write that comment no more. turn it off now. To be fair, I could just leave it on. I'd rather have that on every time I turn it on. But yeah, there you go. That is my complete collection. Hope you've enjoyed that, and I'm going to go dig some more shelves off now and film some more for you. Because, yeah, why not? Why not? Why not get it all done while we can? I think I'll do the PS3 next. Be easy. Be a nice short one for you. Give you a long and then followed by a short. Why not? Right, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.